Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. One of my subscribers asked me to create a game in the style of the Backrooms complex. Actually, they asked me to do the post-processing of these games. So I did some research as best as I could, and I hope I was able to come up with something. I prepared a video for you. Also, another subscriber of ours is Emi. They really encouraged me to use my own voice. From now on, I will only use my own voice in the upcoming videos. Let's get back to the video.
As the first job, I prepared a simple scene with Blender 3D. I added the link to the assets I used in the scene to the description. First of all, we need to soften the character's movements. For this, we enter the character blueprint and add a spring arm component. The camera should be under the spring arm. The target arm length must be 0 in the spring arm settings. In addition, the locations of the camera and the spring arm, more precisely, the pivot points must be the same. Select the spring arm and make Use Pawn Control Rotation true. We turn off the same feature of the camera. We come to the spring arm again and make Enable Camera Lag and Enable Camera Rotation Lag true. This will provide a slight softening in our movement. You can change the values here until you get the movement sensitivity you want. Now we will dirty the lens a little to increase the realism of the camera. For this, we add a post-process volume to the scene. We make the infinite extend property true so that the properties can affect outside the box. We equalize the brightness values. We find the dirt mask from the properties. I found a sample image from the internet. The image should be black and white, and the black color should be the majority. We drag this image to the dirt mask texture section. Let's pull the intensity value to the end. Let's make the tint value white. The next step is to blur the view a little. Let's right-click in the content browser and add a widget blueprint from the user interface. Open the widget and add a canvas panel into it first. Let's add background blur inside the canvas. It should cover the scene completely. Let's increase the blur strength value a little without exaggerating too much. Now let's enter the level blueprint from above. Let's connect the Create widget node to the Event Begin Play and select the Blur widget. Let's add it to the screen with Add to Viewport. Yes, it's already starting to look good. Now it's time to add noise. For this, we will use the post-process volume properties again. When we search for grain, let's make the film grain intensity value 1. You can also increase the film grain texel size value as you wish. Again, we activate the intensity and start offset features under chromatic aberration among the same features, and change the settings without exaggerating until we get the pattern we want. The next part is the most complicated part, and I have to admit that I didn't understand anything. We need to give sharpness in our scene. In my research, there is a detailed lesson on the Elemental Studios YouTube channel, but there is also a ready-made link shared. Endless thanks to them. I copy the selected part in this link. I return to Unreal Engine and create a new material. We should choose post-process as the material domain. We paste the codes and connect them to the immersive color. Let's create an instance of the material we created and type material in the search field in the details panel, while the post-process volume is selected. Under post-process materials, press the plus button and select asset reference and use the instance material in this section. When we open the material, we can adjust the sharpness in the scene from the sharpen amount section. It is necessary to use this value without exaggerating too much. Now we will create another material. We need to make a fisheye camera. Domain will be post-process again. The first thing we need to do is to find the center of the screen. We will use the screen position node for this. We add a component mask to the viewport UV. Only R and G should be selected under it. We connect it to the add node. We need a constant value. We can reach this node by making a plus click. The value will be -0.5 and should be connected to the B value of the add node. We connect the radial gradient exponential node to the result of the add. Here we need one constant value and two scalar parameters. The first one is area radius, its value will be 1. The second one is area fall off, its value will be 1. We connect the result from radial gradient exponential to 1 minus x node. Then we connect the static switch parameter to true. This will help us invert the effect. To the false value, we connect the result from radial gradient exponential. Now we will do a multiply operation. The B value will come from invert, and the A value will come from add above. We create a scalar parameter for the value, where we can set the intensity, we will do one more multiply operation. A value will be the intensity value. You can give a default value. We need a subtraction operation. The A value will come from the mask node, and the B value will be the result of the multiply operation. Finally, we need a scene texture node. we select Post-Process Input 0 as Scene Texture ID. We connect the color to the emissive color. Let's create an instance material again and add it to the post-process. Finally, let's make the character's swaying effect to make it more similar to the games in question. Let's create a new blueprint class. Let's select the legacy camera shake object by searching from all classes. You can enter the values here as I did. I think I found the optimum values as a result of trial and error. Let's make the single instance option at the bottom true, save and close. Let's enter the character blueprint and create a custom event. Let's connect client start camera shake to get player controller node. Let's call this event with event tick.
If you're finding value in these tutorials, hit that subscribe button and drop a like if you love the content. You can also ring the bell to stay updated. See you in the restaurant at the end of the universe.